Hello, everybody. Hope you guys are doing all right this week, having a good start to the week. Today, I'm going to be talking a little bit about journaling our trades because I need to do this more, and I think it would be incredibly beneficial for all of you to do it as well because it is one of the most important things to improving as a trader. Being able to go back and look at exactly what your thoughts were in the moment and what you could have done to improve on that, what you did right, what you did wrong, right? Because we got to remember, a trade that fails does not make you a failure as a trader. Oh, pardon me. Silence that. Right? Because if you used the right risk management, you were playing with the right setups with your cycle, then you're not, you're making the right trades. It's just not every trade is going to work out. And not every trade has to work out to be profitable. But if we find we're making the same mistakes, which many people often do, then journaling can be a great way to mitigate this and improve on it in the future. So I'm just going to go through a little example of how I would journal Ripple or XRP in the past couple of weeks here, the past month or two, really. And yeah, I hope this is going to be I think this is going to be really helpful for you guys. Right? So I'll just move over here. I'm going to be writing stuff over here. You can write either on you can save it on the screen. You can write it down on notebook paper. You can do both. I think writing stuff physically down on paper does stick a little bit better, but it's nice to put it on the charts as well. So, all right, so let's go through this, right? Ripple breaks support, making new lows. Maybe we enter on a bullish engulfing setup, right? So that would be number one. Entered position on bullish engulfing swing line setup, whatever you want to call it, right? With low daily cycle, that's key too. Observation, still just a fresh low, right? Because we're still buying new lows, so I'm not going to go all in or really anything really heavy until we get higher low. So we'll say still just a fresh new low, right? I guess we can put it over here. And then stop goes below the low, right? And gets stopped out. Maybe you take some profits into the high daily cycle, right? And you get a swing line set up in the opposite direction right off the 30. Call that a 30 halt or a 30 stop. So if you just get stopped out, break even, maybe you make note next time to, fade some profits into the 30. And when your cycle gets high, especially if you were buying well, because you never want to let yourself go in the money and then let your stop get run to a loss like that. You'd at least want to raise your stop to break even. Okay. So that'll be the next one. Yeah, stop loss raised to break even as cycle gets high. And I'm actually skipping plenty of stuff here. I mean, there's tons of stuff we could be doing, right? If we zoom in on this, all right, what do we got here? You guys know what that candle is? It's a BCI. Bullish candle ignored, and this candle closes above it. So maybe I enter another 25%, right? As in, if this was $1,000, maybe I'd enter another 250 here. And then now that I have, oops, I just erased the text. Oops. Now that I have a BCI and another candle setup, I can move my stop, right? So this setup was with the cycle cross, so my stop is now below here. And then when I get another candle setup, I can move my stop to below the BCI after I add on this. And so then when the cycle crosses and this comes down, boom, stopped out right there. pure profits. This is break even at least, and you had a chance on the swing line setup to take profits into the 30. So all good stuff there. And then you'd be typing this all right. I guess I could put it in here. Stop loss raised to break even at BCI. Or take profits, or took profits, because you're talking about what you actually do. You don't want to be posting what you should have done. You want to be posting what you actually did. And maybe you can make a note on the side what you were thinking, or whatever is going to make this easy for you to go back and learn from it. That's what really matters, right? So took profits at daily 30. Oh my gosh, I can't type. You guys are about to find this out. Daily 30 EMA with cycle cross down. And on a cycle cross, you should be taking 80% of your size off the table. So, and then you can trail your last pieces off into the stop loss if you want to. Okay? And so that would be another part. You want to be specific here, right? Took 80% of profits at daily 30 AMA. 5, trailed last piece until stopped out below BCI. 6, waiting for re-entry. Boom. Okay, following? And then, so at this point, you got stopped out. You are now waiting for a candle setup. Let me get the cycle back on here. So cycle's starting to get low down in this region. Right, and you get it right with the low of the cycle, you get a bottoming tail, like a really nice hammer candle. So either you can enter some with that setup with a stop below, or if you just want to be patient with it and safe, you wait for the real candle up to the 30, and now that's a lot of strength, right? So depending on what you do, maybe your number 7 is missed candle setup waiting for pullback, or maybe it's entered again on bottoming tail. That's what we'll start with. Or actually, no, we'll assume you missed the bottoming tail, right? So bullish engulfing forms, missed it, waiting for pullback to enter. All right. And so now we wait for the pullback. If this was me, I would be doing this, right? I would be saying, as number 8, entered 20% of position between 0.5 fib level and 0.618 fib level. No stop loss. Or, and this is just what I would be doing, right? If you have a stop, you write where the stop would be. And then, right after this bullish engulfing, your cycle got pretty high and crossed, so you were waiting for another low cycle chance. Would have had some bids filled in this region. And then you get the bullish engulfing right here with the cycle cross. Just perfect. So then 9, re-entered based on bullish engulfing setup and daily cycle cross. All right, following here, guys, right? So now I have 20% that was entered in here, and then the rest entered here, so my average is in this region, right? And then again, on this pullback, when we get this is a delayed bullish engulfing with these 2 candles, right? Oops, I'm getting rid of text. Oh well. Oh well. Right, but if if we follow the highs of these candles, right? Boom, gets taken out. Your cycle crosses back up. You can add some more there, and then, but let's look at something else important too here, right? Perhaps you had your stop, below this candle, maybe even get stop run. So you would put that in there. Stop below the previous candle. 10, get stopped out on bottoming tail. And 11, re-enter on delayed, bullish, engulfing candle setup with cycle cross. You guys following here? So then it gives you you have a very nice image. If you come back in a week, in a month, you didn't remember how you played this, now you know. And you want to save these charts, right? Definitely want to save them. So if you go back and edit them, you don't lose your history. All right, so yeah, so could enter. Let me just be clear here, right? 20% was bought here at the fib levels. The other 80% was bought here. We'll say you got stopped out on it, and then you can re-enter there. And your stop for this piece goes below the previous candle. So it'll be down at 4,000 sats or so. And then we get a nice push, 1, 2, 3. After 2 or 3 candles, I'm definitely booking some profits, especially into daily pie-line, right? First 2 or 3 candles is known as the initial surge. And then the second surge is usually 5 to 8 candles out. So we will definitely make note of that. 12, massive breakout. I shouldn't use a semicolon, but we're going to say whatever. Took profits off initial surge to daily high line. And at that point, your cycle was getting pretty high. You were at about 60. Not crossed yet, though, so definitely still keeping your size with the trend. No extra candle setups to move your stop, so stop is still below the low. Unless you could move it to these are real money candles, so you could move it below the real money candles if you like, but I would keep my stop down here. That's just where I would want to stay with the trend the longest. Right, and then after this, you get another massive candle up. And if I was playing this, I mean, look at this monstrous distance you have between even just the 8. Right? That was 12,000 sats, and the 8 was at under 6,000 that day. So 50% retrace. Crazy. You got to book some profits when you get big candles like that. Not even to account for the fact that you're coming right into resistance. Right? So maybe that's your number 13. Took more profits on the next candle. Right? Into this topping tail, into resistance, yada yada. I'm trying to speed this up a little bit here. And then another thing that might help, instead of having it so cluttered like this, you can put the actual numbers next to like the candles, like put a 1 here, put a 2 next to here, put a 3 next to here, so on and so forth, just to make it easier to track. All right. So at this point, stop is still here, booked a lot of gains here, cycle crosses, you've got topping tails out the butt, and then you have a nice bearish candle right here. I would be booking 80% of my size with that daily cycle cross. Okay? And that would just be another thing that you note in your journal. All right, am I making sense here, guys? If not, send me a message, post it in the comments, All right, and then at this point, we're watching. Daily cycle is kind of flat. It has turned back up now. So potentially an opportunity to have entered some more in this region. But then you get the bearish engulfing and price action. So that's, I would have gotten stopped out there. I've been short since this area. So that would just be another thing I note. All right. That's pretty much it. I hope that makes sense, guys. If not, I'm happy to do plenty more examples of this. I think journaling is absolutely key to improving as a trader. So I would highly recommend that. Yeah, and that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you all have an enjoyable week.